Hello, my friends. I am here to talk about the tongue. The tongue, you say? Me too. The tongue is the strongest muscle in our bodies. And I know we all grew up hearing that and never really questioning or wondering why. Our tongue holds up our heads. Really? Yes. So, what I want to talk about here, I'm just pulling my phone up to show you a little picture that I just love. Um, the tongue is this incredible muscle, and it has a place of rest in our bodies, in our mouths, and the place of rest is also the place of strength. So when our tongue is properly placed, our diaphragm is working. We primarily need to be breathing in and out of our nose for our diaphragm to be working, and to be breathing out of our diaphragm. That's a better way to put it. Um, Most of us are mouth breathers, and most of us, if you have any snoring at all, there's a little sleep apnea, or you're breathing out of your mouth at night. What happens when you breathe out of your mouth at night is that you're not coming into respiration. There's a difference between breathing and respiration. Respiration, breathing can be very it can be very swirly. It doesn't detoxify, it doesn't get the nutrients into your cells. So a lot of discomfort that we can end up having, especially in our hands or wrists, can be absolutely exacerbated by the fact that your cells are wanting oxygen. We don't get our cell oxygen, we don't get oxygen to our cells easily at all if we're breathing in and out through our mouths. And in fact, I say that we almost don't do that. So we need to learn how to breathe in and out through our nose. And the only time we're really not breathing in and out through our nose is when we're speaking. So of course your mouth is taking in and pressing out air as you speak. Otherwise, you can train your tongue to go to that wonderful resting place, which also allows you to hold your head up. Now, most of us are trained where our tongue juts to the front of our mouths and presses into our teeth. So not only do we have teeth problems, me, I don't have them anymore, but I had to have braces. We actually are training our posture when our tongue goes that far forward to be pressing forward, constantly pressing forward. So when our tongue is not properly aligned, all of these muscles, neck muscles, throat muscles, chest muscles compress, collarbones compress. You have major stiffness back here in your trapezius muscles, and you've got a lot of jaw issues. So as soon as our tongue nestles, finds that place, it almost pulls us up and creates this wonderful, elegant posture. You can see the flow is absolutely different. I can breathe in and out through my nose well. When we're here, we actually can cut off 30 to 40% of our oxygen. And we also have a major issue with this vertebrae. Every inch the chin juts forward in what's called forward head posture creates 10 pounds more pressure on this vertebrae. And then we end up, shattering the vertebrae or having some major issues in our neck, all because our tongue's jutting us forward. So this practice is very, very simple. You just put the tongue where it belongs. And I'm going to teach you how to do that right now. So this is the roof of your mouth. Let it adjust. This is the roof of your mouth, and this is the hard palate. You can take your tongue and you can kind of feel around in those ridges right there. You can see I have a lot of pictures of flowers. You can take your tongue and feel along those ridges. That your teeth are not in here, but your teeth would go right here. And then there's this little ridge you can draw your tongue back into, that's called the soft palate, and that is where it rests. Now, when you do that, as I said, just try that with me for a moment. So take your tongue, feel around a little bit, and then draw your tongue back into the soft palate and let it rest. You may notice what just happened to me. happens to you as well, where you take this big, beautiful breath, and the breath, the natural, spontaneous breath, lets us know we're moving in the right direction or we're in the right place. So we don't get that breath when we're jutting our tongue forward into our teeth. And we also have our entire trajectory forward. I remember one person told me one time when I started working with him, he said, "Oh, I thought we like fell forward when we walked. I thought that was how we walked." We absolutely don't do that. We glide. And our tongue is a really big part of glide walking, of sitting well, of standing well, and even, believe it or not, try to take a breath with your tongue placed well through your mouth. It's impossible. So, what you've just done is you've actually eliminated your mouth breathing when you work with this, which means you're going to start to eliminate your sleep apnea and bugging the heck out of your spouse or your partner while you're sleeping. And you're working deeply in training the nervous system, because feel how great it feels. It's like this big relief, this big permission, this big sigh. Oh, that's where my tongue belongs. So work on that. Find the place for your tongue and really notice how that changes breath, how that changes posture, how that changes when you're speaking to someone. You place that tongue well, and you're in this really lovely place of listening. And just see how that goes for you. And any feedback would be wonderful. You can leave it below in the comment section, and I hope to see you or hear from you soon. Thanks for watching.